y'all, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Brooklyn, and I made videos a few years ago, but then I got busy with school and work, so I stopped. But I wanted to kind of bring back some of my channel and make some fandom videos because I'm a part of a lot of fandoms, and I want to use this as kind of an outlet to talk about them. So, without further ado, if that's how you say it, today's video, if you can tell by the title, it's going to be the Maze Runner tag questions. If you know me, you know that the Maze Runner is like my life. Like, I'm obsessed. I've seen those movies, God, so many times. I've seen like the first one like 5 times this past month. So, but The Death Cure just came out on DVD this week, and a little promo. If you haven't bought it yet, definitely go pick it up. It's so worth it. You'll cry the entire movie. So yeah, kind of in honor of that, I want to do the Maze Runner tag. And I found some questions online, and I added a few of my own that I feel like should have been on here. And I kind of wanted to talk about these questions. And okay, so I'm reading them from my laptop, so it's going to be kind of awkward because I'm going to be like looking over here, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so let's get to it. Favorite glider? Well, okay, so I'm a Dylan O'Brien girl. Like, if you see my Stan Twitter, like, I'm a hardcore Dylan O'Brien girl, and so I would say Thomas. I don't know, like, I can't really choose because I love them all so much, but I would have to say Thomas because I love Dylan. I love that Thomas is so set on saving his friends. Like, he's such a hero in that aspect. I mean, they're all heroes. Like, you can't name one character in the Maze Runner series of the Gladers who's not a hero. But, because what they all do is so brave. But, I would have to say Thomas because I really admire, like, his strength and how much he would risk to save his friends. And I think that that's an amazing quality. And to, like, give your all to somebody that you love, like, I really admire that. And, yeah, I think he definitely shows that. And yeah, I mean, he may be, like, a lot of people think of him as, like, a whiny character, and I definitely, like, see that, too, because this piece of hair will not go where I want it to, because he definitely is kind of not the smartest. He is really smart, but he's also, like, you know, like, he gets confused a lot, but I love him. I do. I think he's such a good character, and, I mean, I love them all, of course, but I do love Thomas. Okay, I'm just gonna go like that. Okay, good. Teresa or Brenda? That's a hard question because they're both so likable in their own ways. Like, Teresa, after reading Fever Code, I realized how much, like, I actually, like, love Teresa. And I didn't hate her throughout the series, of course. I mean, I know there's some people that hate her because of what she did and stuff, but I honestly do think she thought that she was doing the right thing. But if we're talking about, like, with Thomas, I mean, of course, like, I'm a Newtmas shipper myself, but if we're talking about with Thomas, between Teresa or Brenda, I would go with Brenda, which I know is weird, because, I mean, Teresa loves Thomas, and you can tell, like, she sacrificed her entire life for Thomas. She, like, at the end of Death Cure, she saved him instead of saving herself, and I think that that was so brave and showed so much love. But I do really love Brenda with Thomas because she also shows so much love for him, and you can just tell, like, by the look on her face when she's with him, how much she loves him. So I don't know, like, I love them both, but I don't know. So that's a hard question. Which Ivy Trio member? Okay, so as I already said, my favorite Glader is Thomas, but the Ivy Trio is my favorite, which really sucks. I really love Newt, of course, like his strength. Um, he's such a relatable character through like his depression and stuff. Like I feel like his character definitely helped kids like reading that book. Like I definitely feel like it made a lot of these fans feel not alone, because knowing that, like, you know, just reading what they feel into a character, I think that that's such an important part. Yeah, but then there's like Mino, who like I also love so much. I love him. I have a special place in my heart for him. And yeah. So that's a hard question too. But I mean, of course I would say Thomas, since he's my favorite Glader, but I love them, all three of them, so much. Favorite book. My favorite book out of the series is The Fever Code. Like 100%. I love The Fever Code so much. It's just, I feel like you get a deeper insight into what the characters are like, and it's easier to connect with them, like, after reading this book, because you know, like, what they were like before the maze and all that. And I love, like, watching their relationships build throughout this book. Yeah, I love The Fever Code. If you haven't read it yet, I definitely suggest you reading it. Opinions on the cast. I don't think they could have picked a better cast. Like, this cast, not only are they so talented, they just all have such amazing chemistry, and like you watch the bloopers and the behind the scenes and stuff, and like you can just tell like they truly love each other, and like you can tell like they work really well together, and they're all so goofy, and I adore this cast with all of my heart. I love them all so much. Favorite member of Group B. That's a hard one, because Group B is all so underrated, and so, like, I don't know, like, they're all so underrated. I love, Lizzie, or Sonia, because, I mean, okay, I feel like you get a deeper look into who she is from The Fever Code, because she's, like, Newt's sister, and I really do love her, because I love her, like, as a kid, as Lizzie, like, the first chapter of Fever Code. She's so strong and so, like, adorable. Like, I love her. So she would definitely be my favorite member of Group B. Favorite movie. My favorite movie, this is a hard one, because I love the first movie, The Maze Runner. I love that movie. There's, like, loud noises going on outside. I love that movie so much. It definitely holds a special place in my heart. There's, like, this weird glare on my face, too. Sorry, that's from my window. But, my favorite movie would have to be Death Cure. It definitely, it came out at a perfect time for me, because I was kind of, like, going through, like, struggles and stuff, you know, when that movie came out. I'm not gonna get into that, but, like, it definitely came out at a good time for me, and it just brought so much happiness into my life, and I met so many friends throughout this series, but especially this movie. Like, this movie, I met so many friends from this movie, and I really love this movie. It just definitely will always hold a special place in my heart. I saw it in theater, like, a million times, like, and the guy at the theater gave me the poster, like, this movie, I have it framed on my wall over there. This movie definitely, like, out of all the movies in the series, this holds a special place. Least favorite movie. That's a hard one, because I love them all, but it would definitely be Scorched Trials. Like, I feel so bad saying that, because I love all these movies, but the Scorched Trials never, like, grabbed my attention as much as the other two. I mean, it grabbed my attention, but, like, not as much as the other two, I would have to say. Favorite scene in The Maze Runner. The campfire scene. I think, like, as a Newt Miss shipper, that's just, like, default my favorite scene. You know, like, when Newt and Thomas are sitting, like, in front of the campfire, and they're, like, having that talk and drinking that drink, and they're just being all cute and soft, and It just makes my heart warm just thinking about it. I just love them. Favorite scene in the Scorch Trials. Let me see. My favorite scene in the Scorch Trials would probably be after Thomas crawls through the vents and, like, goes into that room and they see, like, all the people, like, you know, hooked up to those machines and stuff. And he goes back into where they're bunking and he's, like, freaking out and, like, slamming the mattress against the door and, like, tying the door handles together. And Newt's like, hey, calm down. What did you see? I love that scene. Another, like, kind of Newt miss scene, but I do love that scene. And I love the ending scene where he's like, I'm gonna kill Ava Page. Like, yes, Daddy, you are. Yeah, but, anyways. Favorite scene in The Death Cure. I love that movie so much. I just, like, could cry thinking about it. My favorite scene in The Death Cure is, I really love the scene where Teresa sees Thomas, like, when he's in the city, and she sees him and he's wearing the hood, and she's, like, chasing him to, like, the bus station or whatever it is. And, yeah, Dylan looks so good in that scene. I really do love that scene. I love the scene. This is gonna sound so bad, but I do love Newt's death scene. Like, okay. Oh, look, I don't love it because it makes me so sad. Like, you know. But their acting's incredible in that scene. And so, like, I definitely, like, love it. I say like so much. But, yeah. It would be those two scenes. And then the Safe Haven scene, because it's what they deserved. And, I mean, it does make me sad because not all of them were there, but it's what they deserved, so I love that scene. If you could change one thing about the story, what would you change? Okay, so I don't want to be, like, that bitch and say Newt's death, but I'm going to be that bitch and say Newt's death, so, yeah. And Teresa's death, and Chuck's death, and Winston's death, and Albie's death. I just, didn't want any of them to die, so I would change that. If I could change one thing in the story, they would all be alive in Safe Haven right now. Like, sorry. The saddest death. I mean, we all know it's Newt's, because it's so easy to get attached to his character, and, like, so many people loved him so much, and, like, he's such a lovable character. But also, Chuck's death was really sad for me, because just, like, especially after reading The Fever Code, just knowing, like, Chuck's personality, like, he's so, like, you know, like, I can't even explain it, but he's so pure and innocent. Like, he was so young, and they were all so young, but, like, Chuck was so young, and seeing him and Thomas's relationship, like, in The Fever Code, it made me so sad that Thomas, like, lost him, and that, like, he didn't deserve it. I mean, none of them deserved it, but, like, he was so pure and, like, so innocent. Like, Chuck's death was so sad to me. And, you know, he was just, like, a baby, like, and then when he gave Thomas, like, the little wooden thing that he was carving his parents, like, I could just cry thinking about it. Opinions on Gally. I love Gally. I love Will. He's amazing, talented, beautiful, just, love him. Gally, the first movie, I don't want to say everyone hated him, but a lot of people hated him. And I think, like, if you look at it from his perspective, like, you understand him. He was a kid. They were all kids. He was trapped inside this weird world that he didn't know why he was in it. I mean, he was scared. Like, who wouldn't be scared? He was protective. He was scared. Like, he was a bit of an ass, but, like, he was scared. Like, you know, that's how he handled it, and that's okay. Like, it's fine. He killed Chuck, I'm aware, but, I mean, he was not in his right mind, so you can't blame him for that. When he came back in The Death Cure, I loved him. Loved his character in The Death Cure. I mean, I loved his character in Maze Runner too, but like I loved his character even more in The Death Cure. So yeah, I love Callie. Opinions on Teresa. I already kind of said earlier that I don't think she wasn't trying to harm anybody. She thought she was doing what was right. I don't think she deserves hate at all. I mean, each his own. You don't have to like all the characters, but I do love Teresa. I do not think that she deserved to die at all, and her death always made me so sad because I always wondered, like, I mean, what was she thinking when she saved Thomas? And then, like, she had time to save herself. Did she think that maybe it's what she deserved? Maybe, like, it's the only way that she could apologize. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's what she thought she deserved because she thought she was a traitor. She thought it was her fault. I don't know. But I did not think that she deserved to die. I mean, of course. But I loved her. I think she deserved better. And last one, favorite quotes. Well, my favorite quote is actually from the book Maze Runner. And Thomas says it to Chuck. And I actually have it on a bracelet. It says, "I swear I'll get you back home." So yeah, I have this bracelet. You can't really tell because of the lighting and stuff. But I have it on the front. And then I have Thomas engraved in the inside. But that's definitely my favorite quote from the entire series. Newt's letter, I do love. From the moment you ran into the maze, I knew I would follow you anywhere, because, I mean, my Newt miss heart, just, but, yeah, I loved that quote, too, but I swear I'll get you back home definitely is my favorite, because it just, I don't know, because I feel like it was, like, what Thomas wanted the entire time, like, he wanted to get his friends safe, he wanted them to get him back home. And also, like, it means a lot to me because, like, this series has been my home, and, like, I found a home in this series. So, like, they'll always, no matter how far, like, when I move on with my life, this movie and these books and this cast will always bring me back home. So, I'm getting a little emo here. Alright, so that's it with the Maze Runner tag questions. So if y'all want to answer these questions, I don't really know how many people are actually going to watch this video, but I just like maybe talking to myself. But if y'all have any opinions on any of these questions, then comment down below. And yeah, if this video does well, I'll probably make some more, you know. Even if it doesn't, I'll probably make some more because, you know, I'm going to use it as my outlet to talk about fandom stuff. So yeah, so if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to link my Twitters and Instagram down below in case you want to see more of my face and my opinions, but yeah, okay, so thank you guys for watching, if anybody is watching, but thank you guys, and remember, buy The Death Cure on DVD and Blu-ray, out in stores now. Okay, bye!